Hey people, it's your nurse Gladys at the Nurse to Follow, and I'm back today with something very educative and very interesting, though not NCLEX related. If you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe, hit on that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up if it makes sense to you, and of course, drop your comments down below. To all my returning subscribers, thank you and welcome back. Today we shall be talking about why people gain weight. Why do people gain weight? Why do people become overweight? In as much as that question sounds very easy to answer, someone might say, well, people gain weight because they eat too much. Not far from the truth, but is that 100% the case? No. So I believe that if people get to understand the science and physiology behind weight gain, they will get better control over their weight and will stop taking all these desperate measures and unhealthy measures that people take towards weight control these days. So stay tuned as we elaborate on this. We all know people who can eat ice cream on a daily basis. They can eat cake. They can eat all this yummy and very high calorie foods and still will not gain weight. Meanwhile, there are others at the extreme end who will still gain weight regardless of how little they eat. Like some people put it, even if it's as little as just drinking water, they gain weight. So why the difference? What makes this difference? What allows one person to remain thin so effortlessly, meanwhile it demands another to struggle not to gain weight or not to regain the few pounds they had previously lost? Stay tuned. On a very simple level, your weight depends on three main factors. These are the number of calories you consume, how many of those calories your body stores, and how many of those calories you burn up. So these are the three main factors that would affect your weight. Now, what I want you to take note of is that these factors can be influenced by our genes and our environment. For instance, we may run a race together, cover the same distance, but the way my body will burn up calories will be different from the way yours will burn up calories. I may burn up more calories than you, though we cover the same distance when running. So that is a genetic influence. That is why it cannot be the same for everyone. Our environments can also affect these factors. For instance, where you live, the types of food you are regularly exposed to, the lifestyles. For instance, here in the US, my goodness, the level of sedentary lifestyle here is alarming. Machines are taking over physical activity and all of that. So environment and genetic influence do have a lot to say about your weight as well. Now the big question, how then do we maintain weight? To maintain weight, you must balance the calorie equation. In other words, there must be a balance between the number of calories your body stores and the number of calories your body burns up. And how do you maintain this balance? First, it depends on your genetic makeup, like I said earlier, and secondly, on your level of physical exercise, which I know most people do not like. Physical exercise is it has a very huge role to play in weight loss. And thirdly, your body does not only burn calories during physical exercise, it also burns calories while at rest, but it differs for different people. All of these factors play a huge role towards maintaining weight. If you consistently burn up all the calories you consume in the course of a day, you will lose weight or you will maintain weight. Whereas if you consume more calories than you can expend a day, then you will gain weight. When you take in excess calories, it is stored as fat in your body, and you have what is called fat store. This fat stores as stored in specialized cells called adipose tissues. These tissues have the ability to expand and more can be created. That means the more calories you consume, the more fats you have stored in your system as adipose tissues. And that is how you gain weight. That is how you become fat. If you decrease your food intake and take fewer calories in a day, or exercise more and burn up more calories, you would decrease some of your fat stores, and this would cause the fat cells in your body to start shrinking and along with your waistline. So that is how you get to lose weight. I know I made mention that your genetic makeup might influence your weight control. Yes, but a lot of people tend to blame it on their genes these days, even when it's evident that other factors are involved, such as lack of physical activities or lack of exercise. So, science have shown that about 25% of the genes account for some people's overweight, and it can get up to about 70% for others. Now, how do you get to know that your weight gain or lack of weight control might be because of some genetic influence? First, if you've been overweight for a greater part of your life, like there are people who've been overweight from childhood through adolescence and now adulthood, it could just be genetic, you know. Yeah. Also, if you're maybe one of your parents or both of your parents or other bloodline relatives are all overweight, it could be something of the genes. If you've been trying to, lose weight, you reduce the number of calories you take and you get involved into physical exercise and still do not lose weight, it could be genetic influence. So these are some of the signs to tell you that your overweight might just be a genetic influence. Most women also tend to start gaining weight after childbirth. Again, there is some genetic influence here because some people easily lose their baby fat while others tend to retain it, and it becomes even worse as years come and go. So guys, I hope you learned something new today. It's all about maintaining that calorie balance. Avoid all these harsh methods of losing weight. I encourage exercise a lot. I'm an advocate for physical exercise over starving yourself. You need all these nutrients, essential nutrients to nourish your system, It's healthy. Exercise, apart from helping you lose weight, is very important for other vital organs. It's very important for your health. It keeps you smart, keeps you young. It keeps you, always kiki. It keeps you beautiful, if I should put it that way. So there are a lot of benefits for physical exercise. Keep that calorie balance and you will be just fine. If you've tried so many of these, if you've done exercise, you've reduced the number of calories you take, you've tried to balance that calorie intake, and it's still not working for you, it might just be a genetic influence, and that is very okay. Being fat doesn't make you any less. Being thinner doesn't make you any prettier. So guys, I hope you learned something. Please share in the comment section your experiences, your thoughts about this, and we all learn from each other. Do have a good rest of your day and see you next time. Ciao.